Alright, good morning. Fall back, right? So you should all be at higher power, because I think we got more sleep. Is that true? It's also like pitch black at 4 o'clock, which is kind of crazy. Anyways, welcome. I think you're probably finishing up Image Shop right now. Does that sound right? Okay. I don't know what you would ask me. Does anyone want to ask me anything about Image Shop? Okay. I believe in you. What's going on? Someone forgot to tell me to turn those lights off. Not too exciting right now. You finish up Image Shop tonight. There's a midterm on Friday. Look at the midterm practice if you want. We are at an inflection point in the semester. Should I call it an inflection point? Yeah, I think that's fine. Basically, we're switching to 2-week projects after this. So there's no longer weekly homework assignments for the rest of the term. Yeah, I think that's nice. You may or may not find these projects harder. I think Image Shop is as difficult as anything we do. But we're going to do some different kinds of things after that. And a lot less PGL going forward. So things changing, and so we're sort of punctuating that with a midterm. You will have review sessions in your sections this week that I believe will focus more on lists and tuples. The midterm I am going to give, so you still need to learn all of that stuff. The midterm idea I came up with is much closer to breakout, so it's a little more breakout-y. So just think about breakout. Today, I am going to teach you about dictionaries. Where does this fit in all of that stuff? Well, dictionaries are kind of a post-second midterm topic. They're going to become real useful on the 4th and 5th, or the last 2 projects, however you want to think about those, which are called Enigma and Adventure. Do you need dictionaries yet? No, not really. Are dictionaries completely awesome? Yeah, they kind of rule. I sort of spent Wednesday and Friday last week teaching you the wrong way to do things. Dictionaries is the right way. So dictionaries are really cool. These are some topics related to dictionaries, and we're just going to step through them procedurally. I hope you like dictionaries. Dictionaries are, I think, one of the things that makes Python really great. We delayed getting them to you for a while. They're kind of a little bit silly. You kind of gotta be really annoyed with lists before you know why dictionaries are good. So, like, maybe you've become annoyed with lists at some point, right? But the Python dictionaries is very fast. It takes care of a lot of things for you that you might want to do yourself, and so I'm sort of excited to introduce them to you. It is even possible, if you're stuck on something on Image Shop, maybe somehow a dictionary will help you get out of whatever particular rabbit hole you've gotten yourself into, though they're not intended for use on that. Dictionaries are referred to in more than one way. In Python, they are a dictionary, and I'm going to demonstrate this to you by opening the terminal, declaring a dictionary, and then checking its type. So if we come into Python, it's not too hard to make a dictionary. You use curly brackets. So you've seen this before, where you can check the type of a list. That's a list. I don't remember if you can do this on tuples. You might have to put a parenthesis in there. I don't know. There we go. Why did I say parenthesis? That's a comma. That's a comma. Okay, and then the type of these things is a dictionary. So this is a dictionary, D equals that, and then the type of D is a dictionary. They just call it dict for short, which is totally fine, right? We also call integers ints, right? So that's not too unusual. And I think we call strings strs, right? Type hi stir. So it's not too common to abbreviate something. When I was learning the old computer science many years ago, we did not call these things dictionaries where I was from. We called them hash tables. And the reason for that is basically that a hash table is a technology or a technique for designing a dictionary, but there are other ways, but everyone just calls them hash tables, or was at that time. And then there is one other thing they are often called, which is a map. Why are they called a map? Why are they called a hash table? Why are they called a dictionary? Well, dictionaries are based on relating sort of two things together, and we usually call these keys and values. In a like paper printed book, a dictionary book that has like words and definitions in it, that is of course the inspiration, and in that book the keys are the words and the values are the definitions. So when we have a key and a value, what we can do is we can go back here and we can say, we can construct a map from a word to its definition. So we can take the word, what's a word that has a good definition? Mountain to large hill, right? We can map that, we can look it up in a dictionary, and then we can also do this thing called hashing it. Where was that? We have a list of definitions, and one of them is small hill. That has an index in the list, and that index we compute from mountain a hash value, and then we use that as the index in a list of the definition of small hill. So if I made a large list, let's see, how would I make a list that big? Yeah, or we'll do none. Dang it, it doesn't work. Not to worry, we can do this. We can take it percent 100, and then we can make one that's 100 big. And then we can say L of hash mountain percent 100 equals, nope, that has to be inside, equals large hill, big hill. And then you can, that's a hash table. Okay, this hashing function just takes things and turns them into numbers. Don't worry about it too much. Okay, the idea of associating, we'll call them pairs of values, so a key-value pair, is exhibited all over the real world. So there are actual dictionaries. Okay, I know you don't believe me. It's fine. We'll go to the best dictionary, which is Wiktionary, which is unpronounceable. Oh, it's Wiktionary. They took out the I. And we can look up a word. For example, we can look up mountain. Oh, look, it's the value of the key mountain. I'm going to unfull screen this because it's getting hard to look at. Okay. We can look up web addresses. Oh, I can copy this link. Okay. That link is the key. What value does that link represent? It represents the value of this web page. And perhaps I could even save this page. We'll save it in downloads. And then we could even look at this in, can I open it with Viz Code? I bet I can. Ooh, it's slow. And so this is the value of the key. Now, this example, I hope, helps you understand why sometimes you want to deal with keys and sometimes you want to deal with values. It is much nicer to tell your friend a URL to look at than to say to them, less than exclamation point, all caps, DOCTYP, space, all lowercase, HTML, greater than, new line, which would be an unpleasant thing to say to your friend, right? But it's pretty easy to say mountain Wiktionary, right? Wiktionary, okay. Humans. So some of you have had to refer to me in the past and some of you don't refer to me things like that scoundrel or the rapscallion. Sometimes I'm referred to as Professor Calvin, and my CC class has been referring to me as the Big C because I said people call me that as a joke, and some of them believed me. So good for them. I think they have a lot of fun with that. But now I've been getting emails addressed to the Big C. Anyways, you do what you can. I've been trying to encourage people. So, my name is Calvin, so the second half of that is Vin. So I could be like Vin Diesel, right? But I don't drive a diesel car. I drive a gas car, so you could call me Vin Gasoline, right? That would be great. That would be great fun. And some days I drive an electric car, so then I would be Vin Electric, right? Could be fun. So anyways, just think about that next time you're trying to refer to someone. I put some effort into learning all of your names, and we can debate the comparative merits and how successful I was at doing that, but I assure you I'm doing my best. And so now I associate all of you, which are values, right, with keys, which are your name. Okay. This is how we create dictionaries. Okay, you've been good today, so I'm no longer going to subject you to the terminal.
Yay!
It's so much cooler.
Hacker voice actor.
It's not made by Microsoft. Is that not like a slam dunk? Wait, am I in a folder? Open folder. Surely I want something. Yeah, we'll do Wordle. Wait, no, I have Image Shop here. We might do an Image Shop thing later. Okay. Open. Oh, nice. It's other thing. Remember other thing?
No.
There's been many other things.
Oh, you don't remember? Okay, well, it's this other thing,
Is it geometry?
which is Geometry Dash. Woo! Okay. Oh yeah. Anyways, this is your practice midterm.
This is Chrome dinosaur jump game.
No, it's Geometry Dash.
Yes, of course.
Wow. Wait, sorry, did someone ask something? What happens if what? Sorry.
No, this is pretty good.
Oh no. Oh, okay. I can't do this for the rest of class. Look. Oh. I perished. I ripped at 25. Okay. Anyways, the solution I gave you for the practice midterm is much better than this. So you can take a look at it. There aren't just like random 300 minus 40 in the middle of it. But as you see, okay, I'm going to do one more thing. Notice how I made us hot pink and then I made the thing that kills us olive drab?
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, it's a little controversial. Okay, so
That's not controversial to me.
it's controversial in the class. Okay, so we can make a dictionary. How do I do that? I'm just going to declare it. I'm going to, what do you think this is? Let's never look at that again. Okay, I'm just going to run this code. Nothing's going to happen, but I'm going to show you that this is well-formed Python, right? Other examples of things that are well-formed Python, I can put a 1 there. I can put an empty list there. Whoa, that wasn't an empty list. Psych. Okay, put an empty list there. It's fine. So this is well-formed Python. We can create then an empty dictionary by providing no key value pairs. So let's just assign that to D. And let's go ahead and print D. So that's how Python represents an empty dictionary. So that's the dictionary of all of the words that I know in Klingon, for example, right? There is one other way to get an empty dictionary. You can just ask for a dictionary, and you'll get the thing back. And you can verify that the types of these things are the same. So that is a type dictionary, and that is a type dictionary. Do not just write dict. You have to apply the parens, otherwise you're just getting the type itself back. And that is the same mistake that may happen if you type int, but we haven't habitually been just typing int, right? We've never really done that. But you might dictionary something. But we're going to use the double curly brackets for now. What can I do with a dictionary? Well, I can put keys and values in it. So I was thinking we could put in, for example, some mascots of a school. And so I picked some schools I was aware of, but we don't have to do those. but we can put other things in here as well. So one of the schools we can put in here is, have any of you heard of Willamette University?
Yes.
So let's engage in an act of high fantasy, right? Let's imagine there exists some Willamette University. All right. What do you think the mascot of Willamette University would be? Any mascots?
A valley?
A valley?
Yeah. The Willamette Valley, maybe.
Oh yeah, so like it could be like a river valley or a river system even.
Yeah.
Valley as in river. Okay. What? Should I lowercase river? Is it less cringe then? Or I'll put it in parens. I feel like I'm getting judged just a little bit today. Oh, it's Willamette University has a valley. Let's go ahead and let's print out D and see what it looks like. Okay. And so what is going on here that's kind of exciting? We've previously put things inside of lists, right? So I could have made this instead a list. And then I could have put like a 1 here. No, I can't. I can put a 0 here. This is also allowed, right? So I'm able to put things inside a list, but with dictionaries, what do I get to do? I don't have to worry about the size of the thing, the dictionary, and I can use strings instead of integers as keys, okay? So that's kind of cool. When I print this out, I also get, hey, this is what a dictionary that contains Willamette University and its mascot, the valley as in river, right? I feel like maybe not enough of you are any of you student athletes in here? You didn't speak up for the Bearcats? Okay. I'm not going to say anything about it this time, but it's a little suspicious, right? Okay. We'll do this. Okay. So, you can also write out dictionaries this way. You put them in curly brackets, and then you do a key, and then a colon, and then a value. You might want to do more than one key and value. Can anyone think of any other fictional universities?
Portland State.
Portland State, one of the most imaginary universities of all. What might their mascot be?
Maybe like Normans.
Normans?
I like this idea.
Normans, as in men who are normal. Okay.
No, isn't that what the
They're Mormon.
Normandies? What is it?
The people from Normandy?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. So, and Normans as
I'm
in...
making a good joke here.
Yeah, you're crushing. Okay.
Thank you.
As in the ethnic group that lived on both sides of the British Channel from the late medieval to modern era, more or less. This had major implications on the geographic distribution of partisan support for the Conservative and Labour parties during the Brexit election. Yeah, we can probably cut it here. I think that's okay. There you go. So we got Portland State, named after the British Channel, and we've got Willamette University, named after the Willamette River Valley. So we notice these things are all named after bodies of water, right? Mm-hmm. Okay. Some people might think that that is a pretty long-winded way to describe Portland State. I don't know necessarily who would say that. But, fun fact, dictionaries are mutable. Like lists, we can change their entries once they're in there. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to change Portland State. And when I think of Portland State, I'm just going to throw it out there. I think of all those wonderful anarchists that give away free food, right? So the anarchists that give away free food. Which, by the way, is often friendly to many dietary restrictions. Okay, so if you're up there and you're like, oh no, I don't like landlords and I'm gluten-free, no problem. We got you, right? Okay, so.
Really, that's pretty possible.
Yeah. I mean, why would, like, if you already dislike gluten, why would you additionally like landlords, right? You can just dislike two things at once, right? Okay, so we can update the values in dictionaries. That got a little bit out of hand. That's probably okay. Yeah, I forgot how to spell school. Okay, so that's how dictionaries and maps work. Editorializing, known class hater Calvin Deutschbein approves of maps. They're good. Okay. My brain works in maps. I used to be more chaotic than I am now. I know, right? And I organized my thinking using the immortal hash table and/or map and/or dictionary. Now, personally, my brain doesn't use dictionaries. It does use hash tables directly. But that's okay. You don't have to worry about the implementation details of how your brain works. Because of who I am as a person is my claim. Okay. There you go. Editorializing. These are good. Okay. Let's take some keys and values. The value of a key-value pair can be any Python object, mutable or immutable. That means other dictionaries? Wow, that's crazy. Okay, so what should we put in here that's another dictionary? Well, obviously, I think this is so obvious I shouldn't even have to say it. We should put in both some English and Elvish words, right? We were talking about the Normans, right? And I think Tolkien was into the Normans, probably. I don't know. Okay, so we'll do some English words. My favorite English word, because it was the only one I could think of, was mountain, which is a big hill. We can do another one. I'm going to comma separate it, and we can say
Indubitably.
hill. Oh, okay. We can do indubitably in just a minute. And that is a small mountain. Are you going to force me to spell indubitably in front of a classroom?
I believe in you.
In
Yep.
doob it
Yes.
able be.
Yep.
And that's for real. Okay. All right, so that's we got English. And then we've got Quenya, of course, which is High Elvish, and I don't know any words in that language. So, we gave it a shot. Let's go ahead and print D. I guess it's look. We can put dictionaries inside. Does that mean I can add things to the dictionaries inside the dictionaries? Yes, it does. So I can say D. We'll print D and then we'll add to it. D English. Well, let's just look up what mountain is first. Print. Oh, okay, so I can look up the definition of mountain. I can alter the definition of mountain to large hill. Oh, wait, did it not work? Oh, I'm not printing it. Okay, maybe it worked. Oh, look, we changed from big hill to large hill. Look, this is exciting. I'm worried you're not having as much fun as I am. That's okay. We can add additional languages. I can probably get, we should say Spanish in Spanish. Is that, I don't know how to do the Enye. Okay. Can I bet I have to do this. We gained a language. And are there any words I know in Spanish? Yes. I can do colors. Okay, so verde. Oh no, I have to write the definition in Spanish. Yeah, we can probably do this. Okay. Okay.
Oh, that works.
So we'll
You
do
could do green.
Yeah, green is
RGB. Red, green, blue. Yes. Yeah.
I was thinking about pink.
We can do subtractive colors. Okay, yeah. Okay, so we'll do the subtractive primaries. So verde is it's what it's cyan plus magenta.
Yellow.
Yellow, blue.
I'm not even remotely buying that. Okay, we'll do a different color. Your color science is completely cooked. We'll do a different color. Yeah. Well, what's the color that you get when you mix green and blue together?
In what?
Okay, fine. Hold on just a sec. Okay, so we're gonna import from PGL import star. Okay, so and then what are we gonna do? Oh, I don't remember how to do this. Okay, never mind. Wait, no. Color picker. Color picker. Quick. Okay. Panic. Okay, so if we have all red and all green, that's yellow. Oh, we can do that. We can do that. Okay. So roja y green, verde, right? Does anyone know Spanish? Like, don't leave me hanging here if I'm cooked.
It's with an O.
Amarillo.
Okay, this is amarillo. Oh, we didn't print it. Okay. Okay. Don't say we didn't learn things here today. We're doing color science in Spanish, and none of us know why. Okay? All right. The lecture on Wednesday is about Alien versus Predator films, so just be ready for that when it happens.
I
Okay.
need to watch both movies before now.
What do you mean both movies? There are no. Okay, just watch the lecture.
Are there movies in which aliens and predators are not?
It's just.
Oh, am I opening up a whole can of worms?
I'm not accepting questions on that right now, but thank you. And we can, so we can overwrite values, we can add new values. It's a dictionary of dictionaries, right? It's awesome. Setting a key to have some value overwrites the previous value. It is the same as updating a variable. It is the same as updating the attribute of a class, and it is the same as updating an element of a list. By the way, variables in Python are key value pairs. So the internal implementation of Python uses a dictionary to keep track of dictionaries, including our dictionary of dictionaries. So, what is D? D is the value in Python that stores is the key in Python that stores the value. This thing. What is this thing? Well, this thing is a dictionary. What is a dictionary of? Well, it is a dictionary of dictionaries in a dictionary. Yep. Okay. Speaking of Alien versus Predator, and specifically of the good part of the franchise, Alien, let's go ahead and do an example of the latest entry, Alien Romulus, which completely owned. Okay, so say we have a movie, and we will set the movie, and we want to, okay, throwback. Remember last week I was like, there's these things called records. And I was like, we can put a class in a record. No problem. And so I was like, a class could be a prefix and a number and a name. Intro to gaming in Python. That's not true. Crashing out. Okay. And it's like Monday, Wednesday, Friday. What time is this class? Start time 10:20, end time 11:20. It's like, oh, I forgot an equal sign. Okay, so we can have a class. Oh, look, it's the class. That's invalid syntax?
Double equals. No.
Oh, I can't call it class. Because class is a special keyword because of classes. We can call it course. Because class is already an entry in the key value pair. Okay, all right. Okay, we're fine. Okay. We're locked in. Okay. Oh, this can also be a list. I love VS Code because it always adds extra friends that I don't want. Oh, look, it's still... This can also be a dictionary. And in fact, it probably should be a dictionary because otherwise it makes no sense. Okay, so this thing has a... what does it have? It has a prefix. It has a number. It has a... Let's hit it with a name. I'm just completely randomly switching between using double and single quotes just to keep you on edge, right? It's got some days, and it's got a start time, and it's got an end time. Oh, that makes way more sense. Did I really write intro to crashing out in Python? Okay. Programming. Okay.
You could have also updated it so that it would be.
Now that's an idea. Course.
You could also updated it to go back to crashing out so that you could update it to go back to programming.
We could put it in a loop and have it change back and forth. Okay, course equal, course, what is it, name equals, we're just going to call it Python because I'm tired of typing. Oh, wait, no. Sorry, that was involuntary. I didn't mean to do that. Okay. Oh, look. Now we're just teaching Python, right? Okay, that was fun. This is like a great way to store information, especially if the information is about something you care about a lot, like the franchise, Alien, and the entry, Romulus, of the esteemed film series, Alien Romulus. Okay. So this is how I think about film. So unfortunately, we all live in the time where there are now cinematic universes. Have you heard of these? Right. I was watching Frankenstein this weekend, which completely ruled, by the way. And there was like a preview for like a Knives Out mystery that I don't know the name of, and I was like, why is there a Knives Out cinematic universe?
Because that was really cool.
Why can't you just make movies? Yeah. Like, what cinematic universe is Frankenstein in?
The FCU. The Frankenstein cinematic universe.
I don't think it is. Okay.
Too much.
I think it's in the Mary Shelley Knows How to Write universe. Okay. So a fun thing to do is to check for different things you can look for in movie. So this is our movie. Okay, this is a fun one, right? Movie. I guess I could have done Frankenstein, but it doesn't have a franchise.
Yeah.
Universal keeps trying to put it in the Dark Universe franchise. Okay, so, all right, so what do we want to do here? Well, we want to see, for example, if there is anything bad about movie. Is there anything bad about Alien Romulus? Ooh! There is not anything bad in Alien Romulus. Incredible. It's the perfect film, which is exactly how I felt while I was watching it. Separately, this means that my computer is now a film critic. It's artificial general intelligence.
Does it have a letterbox account?
Oh, I haven't been updating my letterbox. Oh no.
Oh no.
Oh no. Okay. That's okay. I forgot the password. And probably also the username. Okay. So, we can check to see what is in movies by using the in keyword. So you may remember saying, hey, we can check to see if IE is in, what's a word that contains IE?
No, not ceiling. Dang it.
Oh no. Why is this so hard? Preview.
Wow.
Nice, okay. Oh, this is exploding. Hold on. Okay. So, IE is in preview. We can also check to see if franchise is in movie. And we don't put movie in quotes because movie is the name of a variable. So we're checking to see if the key franchise is in the dictionary movie. What are some things that don't work? I think you have to spell it right. But that can be fun. And is there anything bad in the movie? No, there isn't. That's false. There's not anything bad in the movie. Okay. Now, look out for this because this only works with the keys. Okay. Is Alien in the movie? Oh, there is in fact hella aliens in Alien Romulus. Perhaps an unhealthy number of them. In fact, maybe our protagonist encounters more of them than are good for your long-term, survivability, right?
Yeah.
But probably nevertheless perseveres. I don't know. I don't want to spoil it. Right? Like maybe you want to watch it tonight. Okay.
I want to do the rest of Image Shot tonight.
I would watch Alien. I would finish Image Shop, then watch Alien Romulus. I would watch Alien Romulus. I did not do a lot of homework in undergrad. Okay.
Inspiration.
Do as I say, not as I do. I don't know. Welcome to the real world, right? Okay. So, look out for that. By the way, these don't have to be strings. You can just put a number in there. That's totally fine. That's completely allowed. But then, it is kind of hard to tell these things aren't lists. So that might be a little goofy. This might look odd to you. It looks odd to me. This is allowed. Okay. Can we put other things in there? Of course we can. You can put in a tuple. Are you starting to get uncomfortable?
Why would you do
I think the scientists were so preoccupied with, help me out, with whether they didn't
Consider whether they should.
or not, right? Maybe. It's giving Jurassic Park to me. Okay. Okay. Non-numeric keys. Okay. We can update values. Some critics consider it. That's not true. Some fandom people, right, consider Alien Romulus part of the larger Alien vs. Predator franchise. This is false. It is not true. But we do a lot of things that are wrong in this class, so we'll do this as well. So we can look at our movie. Oh, look at it! It's beautiful. It's Alien Romulus. But maybe we mistakenly believe that it is in the AVP franchise. Actually, this may pain me too much to even write, but I'm going to attempt. Franchi? Is that how franchise is spelled? Am I spelling franchise correctly?
I was really enjoying Franchi.
Okay, we're gonna we're running it back. Okay. So.
Like the nickname.
Move. Okay.
What's your Franchi?
Ooh. Okay. I just realized that my computer has not actually yet achieved intelligence because it thinks Alien Romulus is part of the AVP franchise, which is far beneath the artistic merit of Alien Romulus, right? Okay, so we can mutate the entries in a dictionary just like the xenomorph of the Alien franchise. Have you all seen Alien?
No.
Am I a billion years old?
Yes. But I do want to see
Really?
it.
Let's look up how old Alien is.
19.
Ooh. Oh, wow. Look how good looking that critter is. What a great looking critter. Wow.
That's Romulus, though. Never mind. I have no clue.
Me neither. Okay. So, I have been referring to the value, which has historically been a numerical value, inside the boxy brackets as an index. Lists and tuples have indexes or indices. I'm just going to write this. Lists and tuples have indices. Dictionaries do not. They have selectors. Why do we call them selectors? They're not in order. They're sort of a slightly different thing. So, for example, the colors are not in order. There's not really an ordering to them. it is true you can sort words alphabetically, but it's really hard to know if the tuple 0, 1 comes before franchise. That just doesn't really make sense. I heard you not believing me. Okay, here's the tuple 0, 1. Here's the string franchise. Is one of those less than the other? No, that's ridiculous, right? Like, it doesn't make sense. So we can put both of those things in here. 0, 1. But we can't compare them. So I'm calling these selectors. And I believe everyone else calls them selectors. Maybe not? Okay, don't worry about it. I don't know how Python works. That's not true. I have a pretty good idea how Python works. Okay, we can also iterate over a dictionary. You have iterated over other things. And so let's write just 2 separate iterations. So we have our franchise, which I think we're calling a franchie at this point. And then we'll have, we'll call the other one film, which will just be Alien and Romulus. Okay. So you know how to iterate over a list like film. For I in film, print I. Okay. So we have Alien Romulus. What happens if we say for I in movie? Well, we're actually going to get the keys back, and we probably don't just want the keys. But we can still print out the values by looking up the key in the dictionary. This is not commonly how people loop over dictionaries. It is much more common to say for, watch this, I am going to use a tuple to unpack the key value pair in a dictionary. Is this crazy? It is so crazy, right? So we're going to have a key value. And we're going to say the key is the key, and the value is the value. Oh, did that not work? Okay, what do I have to do? Movie items. There we go. We have to look up the items. And then we can look up the key and the value and unpack them together. This is variable unpacking, so this is actually the tuple t. And we can say t0 and t1. That's how you use dictionaries. When are you going to use dictionaries? All the time, because they're awesome. I actually only use lists, but that's okay. There we go. You can check this stuff. I don't know. Well, here, we'll write a loop. Okay. Maybe you want to see. I don't know. What do we want to see? Well, okay. We'll just check to see if something is an alien. Okay. So we'll say key value. So what type of thing is alien? Can we go the other way? Well, you can't just naively say movie. Wow, it's hard to type. Okay, alien. Oh my goodness. Okay. We're not allowed to just look up what type of thing alien is. You have to go backwards. So you have to loop over the dictionary and say, if the value is equal to alien, then we can print the key. And this will tell us what type of thing alien is, which is the franchise. So something to think about this. This is a little bit sophisticated. Don't worry about it too much while you get used to it. It's very easy to look up the value of a key. It is very hard to look up the key of a value. So think about which direction you want to put things in. It is not uncommon when you have maybe a correspondence between things to make a dictionary that goes in each direction. So for example, if you have states and capitals, it might make sense to look up states by capital and look up capitals by states. That's totally fine, just have 2 dictionaries. Here, we can even do it real quick. State to capital, and I can only personally think of one state right now, which is Washington, which capital is like probably Olympia. Can anyone think of any other states, any states at all? Connecticut. I'm not spelling Connecticut. Texas, I could spell that. What's the capital of Texas? Yep. It is totally reasonable to do this on the next line. What am I doing? I've lost my mind. That's not true. I never had it. Okay. Olympia in quotes. Oh, I should posture check. I'm doing completely terrible things to my ankles right now. Don't be like me. Do your homework instead of watching Alien Romulus. I'll have you know, I finished all of the practice midterms and looked at all of your problem set 5s before I watched Frankenstein. Okay, no, so yeah, I'm a role model. Okay. How cool is that? Okay.
Daily affirmations.
I'm good, I'm valid, I'm worthy. I can parallel park. I didn't illegally park in front of a fire hydrant to get to class on time. Okay. Look, it's Washington's capital, Olympia. Want to get a little crazy?
Yeah.
I know we like to get a little crazy in this class. Hopefully not too crazy. Wow. Let's do it again. Wow. Let's do it again. No, I'm gonna stop. I can stop anytime I want. Okay. There's methods. Sure, we'll look at all these. What is the length of S2C? What do you think it's gonna be?
2.
Oh, 2. Oh, but there's 4 things in it. Yeah, there's 2 pairs. Well, let's put in another state to make sure we know what we're doing. I'm trying to think of any other states. Let's go with Croatia. And I'm pretty sure the capital is Zagreb. It might be Dubrovnik. Okay. Oh, so every time you add an entire pair, you increase. Okay. We can do another state. We can do, I can only think of 3 states. Okay. Cool. You can check out this line just crushing, just like blasting through that like it's not even there. That's sick. Okay. So maybe a lot of people have this mistaken idea that there's a state called Oregon. We know that's not true. But maybe you want to check to see if there's a state named Oregon that has a capital without maybe getting an error that caused your code to crash, so you can't print your daily affirmation, right? I'm goated with the sauce. Right? You could be goated instead. Okay. But so maybe you like don't want to just like get an error right away. So you can do get. I don't think you throw the value there. Okay. So let's just s2c.get. I'm changing the boxy brackets to regular parentheses because this is now a method. So I'm providing an argument to a method instead of using a selector to look something up inside a collection. So these are going to become regular, old, normal, boring, vanilla parentheses. Shouldn't call vanilla boring. It's like one of the most Oh! I'm goated with the sauce! My computer, in addition to artificial general intelligence, also has high self-esteem.
Wow.
It's really, really incredible. Let's go ahead and print S2C. And let's try a pop operation. I think we're no longer goated. We had a good run. So I'm going to print S2C, and now I'm going to do a pop. What's pop going to do? It's going to both return the value and remove the key. It's popping it out. Okay, so we're going to pop Croatia. Okay, so I've got my list of states and capitals. I just ask for one of the particular capitals, and I go to the next one. What's this? Oh, this is a good way to destructively update a list if you want to like look up every capital or something. You can also do that with a loop, of course. But maybe you want to do something else where you want to alter the underlying list. So popping is used from time to time. Maybe we want to clear the list, or clear the dictionary. That just removes everything. That's not too exciting. I don't really know why you would do that, but you can. And then the last one is items. So items gives you back this like weird, it's basically a list of tuples, but it's called a dict items instead of just being a list of tuples. So what is the type of that thing? Great, I'm glad you asked because I was curious too. So we throw it inside type. And what is the type of it? Oh, it's a class of dictionary items, of course. Why would we call that a list when it is simply one of these things? But I think we can understand how to loop over that. For I in stc.items, print I. And so tuples all the way down, both tuples and tuples. Tuples and tuples and couples. Okay. I think I hate classes more than anyone else possibly alive. I think I like dictionaries. Because I believe in free will, and I want you to make your own choices. So you know how, like, not to compare myself to anyone in particular, you know how God put the tree of good and evil in the Garden of Eden? Right?
Just like in Good Omens. I think probably like, yeah.
Just like in Good Omens, right?
Just like in Good Omens.
So, anyways, I seem to not like classes compared to the baseline human. Dictionaries I like completely love, and I actually seem to still like them less than other people. So, I think dictionaries are awesome. You might end up liking dictionaries even more than I do. I think you should use a dictionary every chance you get. Here's a completely unrelated example that has nothing to do with anything. You may remember when we were just using the box class. You can just, I don't know why I'd call it console. Oh, because I was going to use this example in the console. That's right. So like this is maybe like a pretty reasonable way to store a record about a box of X's, right? It is impossible for me to believe that isn't better than writing in a class. That's true. I tried very hard to believe it. Okay. This is the last and final editorial. This editorial was added for this year. I don't think you have pandas on your computer, but pandas is the big data science thing. I know there's some data scientists around. I can smell their scent, much like the xenomorph, right? So if you're big into data science, you probably type import pandas as PD a bunch. And if you do that on your computer will probably explode, but I can help you with it if you want to. Pandas is downloaded 17 million times per day. That number sounded made up. You think I'm a liar? Oh, that is true. My bad. It's only 12 million today. It was 17 million on the weekend when I checked. So I slightly exaggerated how popular Pandas is, right? And how many people are there? Like, not that many more than 17 million, right? There's not 17 billion people. So there's one of these downloaded a day for every 1,000 people. Here's just an example of some Pandas code. I don't know if you ever use this. We'll do it in the terminal. I know you all love the terminal. Okay. We're doing the terminal because we're at the end of class, so it's the terminal. Python. Import pandas as PD. PD.dataframe. Dataframe is the big data science thing. What am I going to put inside my data frame? Well, actually, I'm going to create a data frame out of dictionaries, because that's what they're usually made out of. So I'm going to have some column, which is going to be, I don't know, franchise. Whatever the franchise is going to be. They're going to be alien, and it's going to be a list. What is another franchise other than Alien that's good?
The Frankenstein.
Dark Universe, which has Mummy in it. Is that okay? Right? Dark Universe, we're okay with that. And then we'll do film, which will be Romulus and Mummy Returns. Van Helsing. Van Helsing has Frankenstein in it. Okay. I'm going to close that dictionary with a curly bracket. I'm going to close the data frame. Boom. Oh, look. It's a data frame. At any point in time, did I use a class? No. There's my data frame. Okay. Oh, no. Oh, I wonder if I want to change the name of franchise to Cinematic Universe. How can I do that? Do I say, like, df.get columns? Like if I were using a class? Oh, that's not how you do it. Maybe you just say, like, dot columns? Oh, that makes a lot of sense to me. And what if I look up the 0th one of those? Oh, kind of like a list? Oh, can I just assign that without using a setter operation to Cinematic Universe or CU Boulder? Oh, no, I can't do that. Okay, but, we got pretty close. So, anyways, I think it looks to me like in practice 17 million or 12 million people a day are using dictionaries, classes, lists, whatever. I'm not seeing the use of object-oriented stuff that I would have expected if that were the most popular thing in the world. Okay, we have 3 minutes left. Go ahead and click download on the practice midterm and make sure the link works for you, and let me know if it doesn't work. I think I got it working. And I am going to try and get other thing back up again. And we can play Geometry Dash. Wow, we did a lot today. Look at all of this stuff I typed. My hands are probably tired. Are you all tired? Oh, we learned languages? We talked about the Normans? And we geometry dashed!
Yay!
Oh no, okay, alright, hold on. Okay, I'm gonna... Oh wait, no, I hit space, so you have to click. Ah, okay, it's really hard in real life. Okay. Okay.
It's just like Subway Surfers in real life.
See, I need to have this going in the corner of my slides so you look at the screen the whole time.
Uh-huh.
Wow, it has such a better vertical than me. Okay. Oh, my doctor told me I wasn't supposed to jump. What? I wonder if I can jump on one leg.
Have you eaten your apples today to keep the doctor away?
No, I had... Okay. That's true. I think...
the doctor told you not to jump. I think jumping on one leg is less ideal, really.
Are you a doctor?
No.
Okay. Anyways, that's the practice midterm. You don't have to jump. That's only me. Only I have to do that. And in my infinite generosity, because I'm a kind-hearted person that cares about you, I allowed you to pick your own colors. I just assumed you would want hot pink and olive drab. All right. See you on Wednesday. Good luck finishing up image shop. You're gonna do great. If you go to grad school,